Good evening and a warm welcome to the midweek edition of the State of Business. I'm Nishani Figuera. A look at the headlines first. Sri Lanka's largest food, packaging and agriculture expo to kick off in August. President calls for unity to overcome challenges against peace and reconciliation. Sri Lanka's largest food packaging and agriculture expo titled ProFood and ProPack and AgBis exhibition will be held from the 3rd to the 5th of August this year at the BMICH. The exhibition is organised by Sri Lanka Food Processors Association together with Lanka Exhibition and Conference Services.
The exhibition, scheduled to be held for the 17th consecutive year, is expected to attract more than 3,000 visitors. The organisers stated that more than 350 stalls will be allocated for both local and foreign manufacturers. Moreover, this year the expo will have two separate pavilions from the largest global players in the industry, India and China, in addition to stakeholders from many Southeast Asian countries.
This year we will be increasing our training and knowledge transfer activities and looking at how we can help our industries move to the cutting edge of technology to where food is moving today. We will be working to improve the export readiness of and market access of our local processors, and have been fortunate to represent the private sector in the formulation of the national, very ambitious national export strategy developed by the EDB, where processed food has been identified as one of the 6 key sectors targeted for rapid export-led growth in Sri Lanka. And actually 2 of the 6 sectors, the other one is spices and processed products related to that, so that is also falling in within our membership. We see the ProFoods ProPack exhibition playing a key role in our vision of seeing the Sri Lanka become a regional hub for the food industry. And we see that we have businesses that can have backward integration and the other requirements of being very competitive global players in the modern world.
Meanwhile, speaking at the launch, Minister of Industry and Commerce Rishad Badiuddin highlighted the initiatives taken by the authorities to develop the food sector in Sri Lanka.
This exhibition series is only one of the initiatives by my ministry to help the processed food and packaging sector. There is a great number of micro and SME enterprises active in this industry. In fact, we believe that more than 40% of our SMEs are in food processing sector at a reported value of 100 million rupees and employing 1.5 million people directly and indirectly. This sector is therefore highly significant in our economic planning and employment. I'm pleased to say that my ministry has been actively promoting the food and packaging sector. Therefore, our ministry has allocated close to 100 million rupees to enhance Sri Lanka's food sector in many projects. The most important is the setting up of Sri Lanka's first accredited food laboratory for SME by the Industrial Development Board. Small-scale food makers in Sri Lanka is a sub-sector that needs support. We are continuing the industrial productivity, market competitiveness and sustainability improvement program for the 6th year. So far, 100 companies benefited from GMP and ISO 14,000 certifications under this program. We are also continuing the developing small-scale food industries by improving processing technology project for them to give access to technology. We have decided to expand these as an island-wide project. Especially the micro food producers need support in packaging according to our market studies. Our project facilitation of SMEs in food sector through packaging helps this sector to upgrade its promotions and marketing. Among other programs by the Ministry of Industry and Commerce for this sector are skills development program for the packaging industry, marketing promotion program for processed food industries, and the skill development programs in food industry. These efforts are a part of our bigger plan to link packaging and food to our exports.
President Maithripala Sirisena says all must unite together to overcome the challenges against peace and reconciliation. President Sirisena made these remarks during the launch of the National Policy on Reconciliation and Coexistence and the premiere of the film Thundenek at the Regal Cinema yesterday. The Office for National Unity and Reconciliation prepared this national policy, fulfilling the need for a comprehensive national policy which emphasizes the need for reconciliation, and this is the first time that such a policy was launched. The National Policy for Reconciliation and Public Coexistence has been drafted, taking into consideration the destruction and damage caused to society, security and reputation of all citizens of Sri Lanka due to socio-economic unrest, including the war that lasted 3 decades. This policy statement was presented to President Sirisena by the Director of the Office of the National Unity and Reconciliation, M.S. Jayasinghe. National Unity and Reconciliation Council Chairperson, former President Chandrika Bandaranaike Kumaratunga, and other state officers, experts, artists and other distinguished guests were present at the event. Time for us to slip in for a short break. Do stay with us for more news when we come back. Welcome back. You're watching The State of Business. Aibo.life, Sri Lanka's most extensive health and wellness platform, will host the year's biggest exercise movement, W2K, a virtual walkathon commencing on the 1st of March. W2K will see participants walking directly converted to virtual steps on the Aibo.life mobile app, virtually transporting them from Colombo to Kandy, a journey of 115 kilometers and roughly 170,000 steps. Participants who complete the challenge by walking the required amount of steps within 25 days of commencing the challenge before 31st March will be entered into a raffle draw to win 1 million rupees in cash. The main aim of this virtual walkathon is to initiate exercise among people and to achieve the national goal of controlling the increase of non-communicable diseases, which is essential to encourage a healthy lifestyle among the society. Moreover, the users of Aibo.life mobile app and W2K are taken through a journey of education on IRT, a charitable trust to help children living with disabilities in Sri Lanka. And now let's take a look at a few cabinet decisions approved this week. Upon considering a proposal made by the Minister of Finance, the Cabinet of Ministers approved certified prices to purchase paddy from farmers during the Maha season. The paddy will be purchased through the Paddy Marketing Board at a rate of 38 rupees per kilo of Nadu rice and 41 rupees per kilo of Samba and Kiri Samba rice. The Cabinet of Ministers also approved the proposal to sign a trilateral MOU among Sri Lanka, India and Japan on establishing a liquid natural gas terminal and a floating natural gas terminal. Accordingly, Sri Lankan government will hold 15% of shares in this joint venture, while India and Japan will hold 47.5% and 37.5% respectively. A cabinet committee chaired by Minister Dr. Sarath Amunugama was appointed last week to make further recommendations in the National Audit Bill if necessary. Accordingly, the recommendations submitted by this Cabinet subcommittee were taken into consideration by the Cabinet and approval was granted for the draft National Audit Bill, subject to the inclusion of the amendments proposed in the recommendations. Let's take a look at how the stocks performed today after this short break. Welcome back to the show. Trading at the Colombo Stock Exchange ended on a negative note today. The all-share price index dropped 7.64 points to close at 6,551.78, and the S&P SL20 dropped 13.41 points to close at 3,710.14. Turnover was 1 billion rupees and 23.8 million shares were traded. And here's a look at the day's foreign exchange rates. And that brings the show to a close for tonight. We'll see you again tomorrow at the same time. Until then, thank you for watching. Good night.